What's up guys, it's AJ with Corvettes and Coffee. Basically I want to make this video to kind of explain what Corvettes and Coffee is. I guess the easiest way to do that is to explain what it's not. Everybody in my generation, it's like a common theme, it seems like, to build this huge Instagram following, build this huge social media following, and then leverage that against businesses and sponsors and all this other crap. And ultimately, you're not really providing any value. So Corvettes and Coffee to me was my opportunity to go in the complete opposite direction of where I see everyone going. So what does that mean? That means I wanted to create a real community. I wanted to be able to rally up on a Sunday morning with 50 to 100 people, all with the same interest, and go support a local business here in the South Florida area. I wanted to create a resource for people that if you were looking for friends, because that's how I started Corvettes and Coffee. I started Corvettes and Coffee to meet new people. You know, Miami's a big place. I'm a young guy, and for me, it was an idea that I was like, well, I can meet a bunch of like-minded people, and you know, it could turn into this kind of like a big family, car family. So ultimately, Corvettes and Coffee was exactly that. You know, I posted up on Facebook. I created an event page, and I just called it Corvettes and Coffee, and I said, hey, meet me here at this time. We're gonna rally to Joe's Stone Crab in South Beach. Anybody with a car is welcome, but obviously, you know, it's a Corvettes and Coffee meet. And I made the meeting spot right across the street from my house. I had no idea who was gonna show up, you know. And so the day of the event, I go to the parking lot. There's nobody there. I'm just sitting there next to my car, and there was an old guy that pulled in, and I was like, man, you know, we're in Miami, and you know, I pull out a 75-year-old man. I thought it was just gonna be me and him the entire time. And then, you know, 5 minutes before the event time, like 30 cars pull in, and it was just, it was the beginning of something really special, you know. And so we rallied to Joe's Stone Crab. I think we had like 26 or 27 cars there. But 3 of the guys that went to that event are now some of the closest friends I have over the past year. And, you know, we kept doing it every single month. It was just like a way for all of us to get away from stress. I had recently started a startup in the West Coast, doing bigger events, and I was really stressed out. I was in unfamiliar territory, and Corvettes and Coffee to me was really just an opportunity to get away, relieve my stress, be around like-minded people. And ultimately, that's exactly what we created. You know, every month that we went by, I may have been super excited about it, I may not have been, but I always stuck with it. I always stuck with organizing the event, the venue, talking with restaurant owners, talking with the people to get them to go. And over the course of a year, we went from 30 cars, 25 cars, to last month we had 230 Corvettes. We had 205 Corvettes the month before that. We had 170 the month before that. And now we're getting reached out to by people all over South Florida to have our Corvettes and Coffee events throughout the state. And the bigger that we've gotten, it kind of, it gets hard, because the reason why I started this was to meet people, was to get away from everything, was to relax, and it was to support local businesses, and it was to create something that I thought the car industry, you know, the entertainment side of it was missing. So the bigger it gets, it's kind of like the more work it becomes, and I'm super thankful that that work is something that's been given to me, but by no means is that why I started it, you know. So as it grows, you know, I'm always thinking about what the original guys are saying. Are they happy seeing it go in certain directions? Are they worried? You know, are they mad that it's not what it used to be? So for me, you know, I always keep in contact with our people and to see, you know, what I can't obviously make everybody happy, But at the same time, it's important to me to stay connected with where we started from. So I try to do my best. I know it's impossible to make everybody happy. That is 100% impossible. But it is important to me that we stay connected and to, because ultimately that's what made Corvettes and Coffee amazing. What made Corvettes and Coffee amazing is that we would go to all these different car events, and it was kind of like, it was fun, but it wasn't really honing in on the car community. It was kind of like a meetup spot to then go do something else. So what we did with Corvettes and Coffee was to make that the meeting spot. We would meet other places and we would all rally to that spot, and that's what makes us different. That's what makes it more valuable to me. So now, when the bigger that we get and the industry starts recognizing us, the businesses start sponsoring us or supporting us, or we start getting all this attention, it's important to know that we designed it around the community. We didn't say, hey, let's all meet in this parking lot and look at each other's cars. We said, hey, let's meet here. We're gonna all meet each other. We're all gonna talk. We're gonna hang out, and then we're gonna rally to this place where we're ultimately gonna sit down, have lunch, have a couple beers, and really get to know each other. So we basically re-engineered or reverse engineered the car industry as far as the meetups and stuff like that. And ultimately now, since we did it that way, scaling it for bigger events makes it a lot tougher, because we can't pick a parking lot that can just hold 300 to 500 cars. We have to pick a parking lot that not only has that amount of space, but it needs to have entertainment and value for our guys to meet there, to have lunch, to support that business that we're going to. So I guess that's like my best explanation of what Corvettes and Coffee is